Alright everyone, hello, welcome to the broadcast. The name's Sir Danny. We are going to be able to see some great Counter-Strike action today. It's going to be Vitality going up against Chaos. Earlier in the day, I actually saw Vitality go up against another Swedish team in the form of Red Reserve. And what we saw from that matchup is that Vitality absolutely destroyed Red Reserve in the second half. The first one, a bit more competitive for sure, but as Vitality will be going against Chaos, I'm not sure if I have a lot of hope here for the Swedish team, but we'll see. Things are looking pretty good right now for Chaos. Look at the 2 frags they've been able to pick up. That's massive here for the T side. They actually want to continue on pushing forward on the A bomb side. In all fairness, there's definitely a possibility that the Swedes can do at this point, as they have taken down not only Alex, but most importantly Zivu in this position. So with that being said, you take out one massive piece here from the Vitality puzzle, and you should be able to overwhelm any defensive Vitality might set up. The Chaos definitely got themselves a pretty good chance in this 5-on-3 scenario, except I really do enjoy the fact that they're playing this one very slow. They're realizing that they have themselves a good advantage, and they're maybe hoping to bank up this advantage by finding some of these more aggressive plays. But Apex, he's actually going to find himself a very good kill here on Pleasant. I've got no idea why Pleasant had no idea about the positioning of the connector guy. Surely he could have actually spent out a couple of seconds looking towards connector, making sure it's empty. Here though, looks like the Chaos players continue on rushing down Apex in this position, and I completely understand Apex. He has to try and win these fights. So far it's been good here for Apex. Oh no, suddenly it's a 2-on-2. It looked so good for Chaos at one point. Don't tell me Vitality are going to be able to pull this one back 15 seconds or so. They have to commit to the bombs, and here RPK lands up with one. He actually got the second one, but no, that's not going to work out for him just yet. MBK, he's pretty much won this round, hasn't he? If he's going to be able to survive here, just hide and not show him to Freddy Frog. Apparently, no. That's going to be the round here for Chaos, and, well, they somehow clinch it. Yeah, that's just weird, isn't it? When you think about it, because Chaos, they looked so good to actually win that round. It was a 5-on-3 scenario. You're thinking, right, Chaos, that should have been easy pickings from them, but they've gotten playing. I think they thought about it too smart. They were trying to outflank a flank that did not even exist. So I think they actually it overcome them in that scenario that they ended up playing so slow. It was a good idea for sure, but just the Chaos players weren't able to execute it in a proper fashion, I'd say. And somehow Apex, while being the last man standing in the upper part of connector, actually saw him get like 3 kills. So that's not supposed to happen. We do get to see that Team Vitality have got themselves the force point this round. They do decide to go for the pistols here and scout at the hands of MK, but overall, I didn't really say the equipment is looking that great here from Vitality, but again, that's a pretty good kill here for Relax, executing the first kill here into the round. However, even though Relax got the kill in toilets, I actually got to see Gustafsson, or in this case Freddy Frog, getting the yep, he ends up getting the kill here on Apex. Here on the A bombs, and in fact there's not a single A bomb set defender remaining. Which means that as the smoke grenades end up being deployed, the bomb will be planted here for DGL, and of course, a possible round here for Chaos. The retake here will be very difficult here for the Frenchman. Well, the Frenchman and one man representing UK in the form of Alex. It's simply not looking too good here for the likes of Vitality. It wouldn't be that bad of an idea to try and save these weapons, but apparently they just want to try to win some of these fights. Alex now, in the B site, has been spotted out. His lifespan is looking ever so slower, and that will be a second round here for Chaos. Well, if you want to have fun in Counter-Strike, your best bet will be to try and play with your buddies. I mean, that's just how it is. Trying to go solo is also possible. You're obviously going to be meeting some trolls in online games. There's just no other way of putting it, but you can also find some genuine people while it's playing solo. So it's a double-edged sword for certain, but you know, there's sometimes the exceptions. I was playing solo. A bit of a stack here for the Vitality players on the B-bomb site. And I don't think they're going to be able to accomplish too much in this round, as they only have the mere pistols. But the good thing is, though, with this stack coming into play, if Chaos do end up hitting this B bomb site, then who knows, maybe the Frenchman could even find a couple of those kills with the pistols. That's always a possibility. And for the T side, you have to be very careful. You don't want to be pushing on one of the bomb sites without having any intel whatsoever. That's a common mistake a lot of teams end up making on ecos like this. They anticipate, well, they only have the pistols, no Kevlar whatsoever. It should be easy kills here. But, you know, they end up running into stacks and getting demolished by mere pistols. And you end up losing rounds like that. So, of course, if you're Chaos, enjoy the fact that they're being very careful in their approach yet again, except Vitality. They have 3 players here, so you still gotta be quite careful about the guys, but only the pistols. Alex will still, well, Alex and RPK apparently will get 2 kills, and like I said, I mean, if they end up getting those 2 kills, your Vitality, that's actually pretty good. This being a full eco and all, it's not looking too shabby. They're able to do some economical damage here for the Chaos side, and NVK, oh, he's actually quite lucky to get that kill with the ESP, so yeah, this round overall is looking pretty solid here for the likes of Vitality. They've dealt some economical damage, they got themselves 3 kills, and that's pretty much going to be it. Even though Chaos do end up winning the round, we must admit that the damage has been dealt. Let's see, our 4th round is upon us. It looks like the Vitality side will actually going with a pretty solid investment. Look at this. The AUG's coming out and already a 2 AWP setup here from Zevo and Alex. You're going to see one of the operas. Alex is stationed here towards Monster, hoping to spot out some of these Chaos players, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to succeed just yet. Those nades there from Chaos actually are going out to deter any boosts coming in there from Vitality, and so far, RPK he actually will find the kill on DGL, so this is looking superb right now for the likes of Vitality. With that being said though, the remaining 3 Chaos players, it doesn't look like they have decided on where exactly they're going to end up pushing. You also end up seeing that the bomb is very much just dropped there in T-spawn, so if anything, it's a clear sign that Chaos don't seem to be knowing what to do at this point. They already lost 2 of their players pretty early on here. So the question is, what shall they do at this point? Pretty Frog, making sure there's not any flank taking place. But that's not really the flanks they should be careful about. It's just the Vitality. They're really doing such a good job at holding off these angles so far here at the A bomb site. Seems to be the place where Chaos will actually end up hitting right now with 30 seconds remaining, almost certain. Once the smoke ends up fading. Oh, this could be an awkward exchange. NBK, yes, he ends up seeing relaxed there for the smoke. This does end up meaning that Pretty Frog left in a pretty difficult predicament, but he ends up finding 2 kills to actually open up the A-bomb site. Of course, he has very little time to work with. Alex ESP will get the job done. That will be the first round here for Vitality. Not too bad, a pretty good start here for the CT side of Vitality. A pretty convincing victory we got against the Chaos squad, which obviously, if you take a look at this matchup, you can definitely say one simple thing. Vitality are definitely the clear favorites coming into this one. Before actually heading into this matchup, we took a quick glance at the amount of time Overpass has been played between the 2 teams, and so far they haven't really met. However, Vitality have got a better win percentage on this map. I think it's 80-ish something, 86 if I recall correctly. And I think they played 7 maps out of Overpass. Chaos, on the other hand, have a lesser win rate, I think of 71, I'd say. Again, I'm not really sure about that, but they've played this map like 20 times or something. It's one of their most played maps. It's a map they end up playing quite often. Something tells me that the likes of Chaos are definitely comfortable on a map like this. And if they are comfortable, let's see what they can do here. The Chaos players have got quite of themselves long control. Doesn't seem to be a single Vitality player that's going to stop them anytime soon. With that being said though, there's NPK hiding in the smoke grenade, being a smoke criminal, and that's a perfect flash. And overall, Chaos players will have, it seems to be, still a pretty difficult time entering the A bomb site. It's still possible for sure. Will they actually commit here? There's two of the Vitality players stationed this A bomb site. Well, they should commit right now. 20 seconds. They have to go for one of these bomb sites, and because the bomb site is taking place, Zero right now gonna try to do his best shot here with the sniper rifle. So far, so good here for Vitality, but still, Relax ends up finding a kill. Now with 9 seconds, they have to commit here. Zero doing a pretty good job at holding things. Wait, oh yes, it did happen. Relax ended up killing one of his own teammates. That's that's a bit of a shame. Not sure how that happened there. Probably the player just lined up into his crosshairs, and well, that's definitely not supposed to happen. In a game of Counter-Strike, you try to shoot your opponents, not the enemies. Wait, I just said it the wrong way. No, you try to shoot the enemies, not your own teammates. That's just not how it works. Anyways, with the pause not being taken place, it's actually a pause here from the Chaos players. I'd wonder. At one point, it was them leading this matchup here. Was a 3-2 scoreline. But right now, I think they realized the one very simple nature. They're going up against Vitality, a much better team, and well, if Chaos definitely have some sort of game plan here, I'm almost certain that they decided to discuss it in this tactical timeout. Of course, I don't think they're gonna be able to do too much here on the T side here, especially in this round. They only have the mere pistols here, Chaos, so probably their best bet would try to just stick together and get something done here. DJL's got the deal. Maybe he can actually find some of them one nice deeks in a monster. And nope, apparently can't find a single frag. There's RPK get the kill, and there's also a very quick flank for him. I do believe, is that actually Apex in that position? Right now, making his way towards T-spawn. I would presume that's actually Apex. Let's take a look. Cameraman. There we go. That's in fact Apex. So he's actually going to have a pretty quick flank here on these Chaos players, but I'm not sure if he will have the most amount of impact as the other teammates are getting all the kills necessary. And yep, not a single kill here for Apex. That's a bit of a shame. That's a bit of a shame how that one turned out. It looked so good. For Apex, he might just been able to rack up easy kills with the MP9, and of course, if you're able to get kills with the SMGs, you get bonus money. Say you get a kill with a rifle, that's $300 in your pocket. Not too shabby, but if you get a kill with the SMG, that's $600 in your pocket. Three to 3 scoreline here. Things have been even up finally. The Vitality players are still playing quite aggressive, as you can see. RPK already pushing on through. Didn't really have a teammate back him up. I'm not really sure why Zivu didn't decide to help out RPK there, but I think it's because him having the sniper rifle. He's obviously not as mobile as with a rifle or with a gun like the AUG. So right now, looks like he's just gonna be playing things a bit more passively there at the B bomb. So we also saw Alex push up quite aggressively towards a long area, but he ends up backing away as well. Surely it's because of the fact that RPK ends up dying so early into the round. That's got to be one of the reasons for putting it. And in fact, oh, they have 2 of the sniper rifle players here. Oh, that's so smart. Vitality. They ended up getting the boost in, and of course, I don't think they're going to be risking a player to be on the right side here, Chaos. So right now, Alex holding the angle. He's going to be able to see a lot of players coming his way, almost the lineup, and there's going to be a lot more players coming his way through Monster. Molotov comes in, and even though they are fully blinded, Gustavsson still finds the kill. Right now, there's the flank from Relax. Zivu finally chimes in. Now at 30 seconds, if you're Chaos, you have to commit to this bomb set, but you know you must go up against the likes of Zivu when you end up going in for the peak. Suddenly a missed shot. That's an opportunity here for Chaos. They might just be able to get something done here, and so far, it's going to be NBK to close it out. That will be 4 rounds for Vitality. And the Chaos players, for them, you see how well their economy is doing. It's not really doing that well. Look at this. They got the pistols out. And I think they're only going to be sticking with said pistols because, yeah, their best bet, as they have been economically in shambles right now, is to try to go for this sort of partial investment, I guess we could call it. There's going to be 5 deagles coming out here for the likes of Chaos, and of course, their main goal in this round is to try to build up as much money as possible. And because, well, there's a high probability that Vitality will end up winning this upcoming round, this being a 5-row win streak for Vitality, that is a 5-row lose streak for Chaos, meaning that they will have the maximum lose money bonus on the 9th round, which they will have all the money in the world. They got themselves a proper investment. We're talking AK-47s with utility, maybe even an AWP could come out here for the likes of Chaos. That's definitely a possibility at this point. Chaos players not really committed to any of the bomb sites just yet. So far, what we have seen from their TSS is they have been quite methodical in their approach. That's absolutely for certain here. In the first half year of TSAT Overpass, Apex though, I mean, yeah, he definitely anticipates player to be there. That should be an easy kill there for Apex. But I mean, he doesn't really want to overextend, give an easy kill here for Chaos. And overall, that still will be a couple kills coming in here for the likes of Chaos. Or shall I say that one kill there from Minio. That's going to be about it. Another pretty clean round here for the likes of Vitality. They end up making it 5. They're 3 at this point. And with 5 rounds here on the city side, it is looking pretty fine here for the Frenchmen. We can see that, as I mentioned earlier, the Chaos players have themselves a very good looking investment. Look at that. The AK-47s come out, a bunch of utility, and now an AWP in the hands of Relax. Now, that's actually a very good sign here for the Chaos players that they do have a sniper rifle. I think they realize that there have been 2 players here from the Vitality side that have been a pain in their the buttocks, let's say that. It's obviously Zivu and Alex in this position. We do get to see that from time to time, it's going to be Alex opting towards A part of the map, and from time to time, he might just rotate back towards the B bomb site. We also see Zivu rotating quite a lot around the map. This makes things a lot much harder here for the Chaos squad if they want to try to accomplish anything with the rifles. So right now, because they do have a guy in the form of Relaxa, he might just be able to get something done here. But of course, without them having a proper opera here, this made getting map control that much harder. But now, look at this. You're going to see Relax getting some early fights, as well as NBK actually wins the fight against Freddy Frog. So that's obviously not a start you're looking for if you're Chaos, and I'm quite surprised that NBK, he's actually out here by his lonesome. He doesn't have a single player watching his back towards the restroom, so that is sick stuff there from Vitality. They definitely have a lot of confidence coming into this matchup. So far, so good here for Vitality. But right now, it's Chaos. With 30 seconds remaining, yet again, they have to commit to one of the bomb sites. Which again, seems like it's going to be the A side. Zivu doesn't seem to be giving a damn at this point. This is one more kill here for Zivu. He will get shut down there by DGL, but let's be real, the round is pretty much over here. Relaxa hasn't been able to find any sort of impact whatsoever with that AWP. And it looks like that will be 6 rounds here for Vitality. Okay, let's get another pause being picked up. If anything, I'll say again, it's probably from the Chaos players. I really doubt that Vitality will be picking up a pause going up against the likes of Chaos. If I do recall correctly, let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. Don't they have a coach in the form of Devilwalk? Yes, in fact, Devilwalk seems to be their coach. Obviously a player who has won a major not only as a coach, but as a player himself. I think, can we actually see the pins of coaches? No, apparently we cannot. But he's got one of the earliest pins off of a major winner. That is, of course, the DreamHack 2013 pin. Oh, that's quite the satisfying day for NBK. It's overwhelmed by the players with only the mere pistols. Right about now, Zivu, that's a very awkward position to be in if you're Zivu. Not only does he end up dying in that position, but he also ends up giving away the AWP. So that is, yeah, that's quite the satisfying if you're Vitality. You're now just giving away these rifles for free here for Chaos. And obviously, they do have themselves a chance. With the rifles being picked up, they might just be able to win some of these fights here against the Vitality players. You're going to see a pretty big flank there for Apex. of course, there seems to be footsteps being made. Apex sees the first guy, ends up landing the shot on Freddy Frog, and he goes in for more. Apex ain't slowing down, and now he knows the positioning there of Relaxa, and yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Apex are now 22 points of health, easy kill with the CZ. But right now, we do get to see about a whole minute has passed, and there's barely any map control whatsoever here for Chaos. With 30 seconds remaining, they have to yet again commit to one of the bomb sites. They still have some of that utility remaining. Not sure if they're going to be using entering the site itself, but now with 20 seconds, they're going to be making a lot of noise entering the site. Alex realizes where the players will come from. 10 seconds, will they actually commit? It seems to be about written. Alex ends up in the fight, and even though Relaxa, he will commit. That's very interesting. RPK is still gonna gamble in this one and try to win this fight, and well, he will definitely win it. Good shot there for RPK. Pretty easy clutch for him, and 7 rounds, 0 vitality though. Whew, I must admit that wasn't one of the most convincing of victories there for vitality. Definitely came down to the wire when you think about it. It was supposed to be an easy round for vitality. They went up the player against the Chaos players who only had pistols, if we recall correctly, and yet they somehow screw it up. That's just not supposed to happen. Oh, they're actually going for it. Yeah, looks like they are. Look at this. We're going to be seeing a bit of a boost coming on in. Wait, let's have a better POV. There we go. Let's take a look at the POV of Relaxa, is it? There we go. Let's see. Can Relaxa get a single kill here? Because there's not a single player actually looking towards the B-bomb stick from that position. Even though the boost was a good idea, it didn't net him a first kill. In fact, it was again Vitality finding the initial pickup. That will be, of course, NBK with his AUG. Yeah, things aren't looking that great here for Chaos. Zevo, I'm spawning out one of the Chaos players, and in fact, they're getting bogged down here. They can't even take map control. This is looking horrible here for the likes of Chaos. Beforehand, we saw them having the ability to actually head on over towards the restroom to get some kind of map control there, but now we have the Vitality players as being up close and personal here. They have positions in the fountain area, and Chaos can't even make their way out of T-spawn. That's just looking horrible. Well, that's a pretty clean round here for Vitality. That's going to be them having 8 rounds here on the CD side, a booming economy. And as the first half is coming to a close, well, things are looking pretty dire here for the likes of Chaos. If you're a Chaos fan, yeah, things aren't looking that great. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a push here from the Vitality players towards Connector. A bit of a overzealous NBK there. And oh, this is pretty awkward. Zevo ends up finding 2 kills with the CZ. A third one for him as he spins around, almost ends up finding the 4th one. This is just getting out of hand. Zevo's just styling on these Swedes. This is bad. This is really bad if you're Chaos. That's just simply not supposed to happen. Right now it's what, 30 seconds pass. 3 of the Chaos players are very much dead, but they might just be rewarded with this kill here. Apex just walks into the crosshairs there of Relaxa. And right now it's a 2-on-2. This is looking doable for Chaos. If they're gonna be able to hit the right bomb site at the right time, they might just be able to get it done. But here, RBK continues on to hold the angle here. And one thing I don't really like what the Chaos players are doing here is that they're separate. They're very much far apart from one another. It kind of looks like DGL wants to deploy some utility on the B bomb site to deter any RPK rotating back towards the A side, which is a good idea and all. But right now, I mean, DGL has to run back all the way to Relaxa in order to get the bomb down. So this is just looking very weird. That's the thing, like DGL has to book it. He has to run here with the rifle, and of course, while he's running, he's going to be making a lot of noise, but he might just get rewarded with a kill. Alex isn't even looking towards the toilets areas. That will be an easy kill here for DGL, and as the bomb plane does come in, RPK now left in a 1-on-2 scenario against DGL and Relaxa. Here though, yeah, look at this. DGL and Relaxa, they're gonna have themselves some superb positioning. They don't necessarily even have to peek RPK at this point. The man's already stuck in a pickle. Yeah, they realize that he's not really defused the bomb at this point. Both of the players stationed here towards toilets. RPK, yeah, he can't get anything to do at this point. That's looking pretty bad there for RPK, pretty much from the get-go. Once the bomb gets planted in that 1-on-2 scenario, that is so difficult for RPK to be winning that round. One of the ways to do it is obviously by getting closer to players who are holding towards toilets, but at the same time, I mean, you're making noise. Two of the players from Chaos are stationed there. Like, it's so hard to do it. And, okay, that's pretty interesting. NBK ends up purchasing Nova. The shotgun is actually, well, it's a pretty good shotgun if you're going to be using it at close range distances, which NBK seems to be trying to do so, and that's a headshot already. You get the kill, you pick up the AK-47. This, however, not too shabby there from DJL. Ends up finding the kill. Zevu now towards connector, not sure. He's going to be surviving this one unscathed. He needs one of his teammates actually help him out, it seems like. But of course, this is Zevu after all, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he just ends up holding this angle towards connector. That could be good enough. One thing that I've noticed, in fact, doesn't look like Chaos are very much content on hitting the B side. It's been primarily them attacking the A side over and over again. He just found any success whatsoever, so why not even try to keep things a bit simple? Maybe the upcoming round, if you're Chaos, try to group up, try to hit one of the bomb site, well, the B bombs with a simple execute. If you know the smoke grenades and the Molotovs to actually hit the B bomb site, that could be a pretty good hit. Because right now, the Chaos players are getting outdone before we even get to the post-plant scenarios. Like, this is looking pretty horrible for them. It looks like, yes, DJL will decide to save that AK-47 of his. I mean, if you're Chaos, and as the first half is coming to a close, wait, there are gonna be, yes, 2 more rounds that we can still be played here in the first half. So it obviously ends up making a lot of sense if you're DGL and you decide to go for the save here. Honestly, would actually be enough money. Would they actually decide to go for the purchase here on the back of them saving the rifle? Because it is important to note that this round they don't really have the proper amount of money to actually have a good-looking investment. But it's possible for them to try and go for Nico and then make the purchase on the next round, which seems to be the more viable option of the two. Then again, I think about it, if Chaos end up losing this round, yeah, part of the players will have themselves a pretty beefy looking investment, but because DGL ends up saving the AK-47, like you can see that his money game ain't gonna be looking that strong the upcoming round. Easy kill here for Zevu. Looks like he's gonna be rewarded with a couple more kills here if he ends up dropping the bomb carrier and a couple of his buddies to boot. So right now DGL here at the bomb site doing some serious work with that AK, but it's simply not enough, and plus in his glove, he's able to get the job done, and yes, that's going to be 10 rounds here for Vitality. And this is just looking absurd. This is just bad if you're Chaos. Like, this is looking horrid. Once we saw, like, the start of this first half, I still made the assumption that, yeah, Chaos, you know, they might just be able to get something done here, at least prove it to be a bit of a more competitive matchup, but for now, if you take a look at the scoreboard, it says it all, doesn't it? It really says it all. Wait, is that Zevu again? Of course it is. Of course it is Zevu. Ooh, okay. Looks like that's one way to shatter the confidence of your star player. Relaxa will get the first kill here, and would you look at that? That's an early 5-4 scenario here for Chaos, which means that they might just be able to get something done. Come on, it's about time. RPK though. Yeah, this isn't the first time Blessing gets caught out with a flashbang like that. So even though scales have been tipped back in the favor of Chaos, I wonder what they're gonna try to do at this point. If you're Chaos, right? It's still a pretty doable scenario. I've got yourself a bunch of utility. One of the things I wanted to see is I could execute on the B bomb side, but it doesn't look like that's ever gonna happen here in the first half. It's been primarily the Chaos squad just hitting the A bomb site, and because their players are moving up connector, I wouldn't be too surprised if he ends up going again towards that A side. Oh, a push here with the Swedes on the bomb side. There's only Lonesome NBK here. That's an easy pickup there for Relaxa. And the way things are going right now, Chaos should get themselves one more round on the board. Not sure how successful will this retake be here from Vitality as a 4-2, so they're pretty much on the back foot. Unless that flank there from Alex. That's what we're gonna see is, oh, actually no, that's a flank there from Apex towards the toilets. As right now his position has been compromised. It up, and now it surely has. So that will be 5 rounds here for Chaos, and that being said, that's wow. That's a pretty one-sided affair when you think about it. We saw that Chaos ended up winning the very first pistol round, the force play against Vitality, and also one more eco. And after that, I think they only won one or two gun. Yeah, they actually won 2 gun rounds. That's it, 2 gun rounds. That's pretty bad. That is really bad. If you're going against a team like Vitality, you have to win more gun rounds. 2 gun rounds, not good enough. And imagine in a world where Chaos don't win the pistol round, that could have been a 13-2 scoreline. But right now, a lot of this yet again riding here the pistol round here for Chaos. They end up picking it up. We might just see a bit of a more competitive matchup, but if not, well then, yes, that could be quite easy for Vitality to get the finisher here on Overpass. Trying to pick up an early fight here against the Vitality players. I wouldn't say that's the smartest of ideas, but you have to get something done here, Chaos, and well, there seems to be even 4 players there here on the same bomb side. So who knows, they might just be able to get something done here, but look at this, a swift rotation here from Vitality. It was all but a ruse, it seems like, and now there's only 1 player here on the side, meaning the bomb plant will commence. And some of the positioning here from the Frenchman is looking pretty superb, but not Alex. Ooh, good shot from him. There's the second kill coming in. And right now there's also a flank coming in there from what I do believe is from Pleasant. He gets taken down. And this is looking horrible for Chaos. They still have a chance here, don't get me wrong, but Freddy Frog and Relax will have himself a pretty difficult time if Apex is lining up shots like that. There's some frustration there from Apex. Pardon me, from NBK. And okay, that's still going to be the round here for Vitality, though it was a quite weird one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was quite confused what NBK was trying to do there. Did he run out of bullets on the P250? That's possible. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they ended up shaking his crosshair in mid-air. Reasonable. Anyhow, this should be a pretty easy round here for the Frenchman. We do get to see that Chaos have got nothing to work with, other than their manpower and the most basic of pistols. That's pretty much about it. Oh man, RPK Frozen to Flash is gonna see a lot of angry Swedes in his way if he ends up peeking towards long, but he will be avoided at Travesty. And overall, looks like the Frenchmen do decide to go towards the B bomb, so that is where not a single defender is stationed here from Chaos. That is, I'd say, quite lucky because Vitality didn't have any info whatsoever if it was in fact a stack here on the A bomb side or the B bomb side. So they were actually quite lucky by deciding to go towards B because, well, if they would have gone towards A or besides the A long, things could have gone a whole different way. Maybe even the players with mere pistols could have got themselves a couple kills, but not in this round apparently. It's going to be a pretty easy cleanup here for Vitality. Some of the players with SMGs end up finding kills, which means there's going to be some extra money in their pockets. Oh boy, this purchase here from Chaos is looking pretty bad, doesn't it? They have themselves the most basic of rifles, that's for certain, but in terms of utility, like, it's not looking that great. Oh, Apex is playing this one quite aggressively, making his way towards Monster. I think he might have been spotted out. That's one of the main reasons why the flashbangs are being deployed, and of course, if you have a couple of these players starting to gun you down, it will be quite difficult for you, Apex. And on the other part of the map, some success is being found here by Chaos. Look at the 2 kills that are working out here for Vitality. But the only 2 players surviving, this is just looking pretty bad here. Not sure if they're gonna be able to win this 2-on-5 scenario, but it seems like they will try to give it a shot. Freddy Frog, quite low in HP. I think his... Actually, no. It doesn't look like NBK realized the player to be there. But overall, NBK now with the bomb being dropped, and it being the position here of the Chaos squad, it's going to be quite difficult here as his shadow gets spotted out. And that will be, most importantly, not only a victory here for Chaos, but with 5 players surviving, that's going to be a massive boost in the economy. That's interesting how, you know, the Vitality players do decide to play a bit more, shall I say, solo in that round. We saw guys like Apex trying to find kills towards Monster. That failed. I'm not really sure what happened exactly towards the A side, or shall I say, in the toilets area. But obviously that was some massive kills that Chaos were able to find. Here, though, a pause is now being taken. Now, I'm not really sure which team has decided to take the timeout, as we don't really get to see it being written. That would be a very cool feature if... in the standard UI of Counter-Strike, not just the UI that a lot of tournaments in the programming, like ESL, have their own HUD, or they have programmed. Some of the other tournament organizers also have their own HUD. But in this classic HUD, it would be actually quite cool to see which team ends up picking the timeout, because you end up just making guesses and whatnot, like which team actually decides to go for it. Here, I'd probably say it might actually even be Vitality themselves, you know. That could also be a very reasonable scenario. If you're Vitality, you end up being crushed in the previous round, you kind of realize the one simple nature that, okay, maybe these Swedes ain't that bad in Counter-Strike as we might think to be. So why not we just keep our heads in the game and just close this one out as soon as possible? Which, if that really is the case, if that's really the way they're thinking about it, that is, wow, that's actually, that's a lot of respect they have for even a mere team like Chaos. And one of the other reasons, why do I think this is a pause that's been picked up by the Vitality players, is the very simple nature that, look at the amount of time they're actually thinking whether to purchase or not, because we see Alex has decided to make the purchase, Apex has, but the other 3 players are still pondering about it, so... Hey, the ping, nope, everything's fine with the ping. So it shouldn't be, who knows really, shouldn't be a technical issue for the Vitality players, and looks like the pause has stopped. So you are going to be able to continue on with our matchup here. We do get to see that the rifles will come out for every single player except for Apex. Is that really it? Maybe there's just an AK-47 dropped on the ground, or I actually have to play with a P250. Apparently, yeah, he's just going to roll with that P250, it seems like. Oh, Pleasant's nade. It's a bit too late now, isn't it? It would have been thrown out just a couple seconds earlier. That could have been some great damage being dealt on the Vitality players. But for now, just gonna have to see some very fast stuff here. Zeven and MBK just finding frag instantaneously. And overall, look at the team play that's coming in here from Vitality. It's looking great. They're able to overwhelm a team like Chaos that easily. And Relaxa alongside Freddy Frog. For them, I think they're just gonna have to go for the save now. Don't... Oh, the bomb. They actually forgot about the bomb. But I don't think that's gonna make not much of an impact. If anything, we do get to see that the Chaos players, Relaxa and Freddy Frog, just have to go for the save now, don't they? Zero right now. You may not anticipate a guy like Freddy Frog to be in that position. That is quite the off angle, and well, he would still find the frag. So this will be 13 rounds here for Vitality. And overall, the Chaos economy, even though they ended up winning a round earlier, with 5 players surviving, their economy is in the bin. So it seems like, yeah, they will decide to go for the force up here. An AUG in the hands of Relaxa. 2 of the players with MP9s, 5-7 for Pleasant, and 1 Gustafsson with the M4. Let's see though. Things are going to be as simple as the previous round, as it all came down to just Zevo and MK just driving their opponents to oblivion. Just go in there, get the kills, and they're done with it. Easy peasy. Some grenades being deployed, but won't net the most amount of damage here for either squad. In fact, you could even say that was an equal damage exchange. There's 12 HP that's been dealt in RPK, about 9 HP on DGL. If anything right now, it's actually quite favoring of the Chaos side, because a guy like Freddy Frog ends up finding a kill on RPK, he ends up finding the headshot, and an instantaneous kill. And right now, again, things are pretty simple here for the likes of Vitality. Just walking on into the B-bombs. It's so far so good, but I say so with 50 seconds remaining, that wasn't the most, shall I say, coordinated push from the Vitality squad. Because players like Zevo and Apex are very much still in the smoke. Zevo sees the player, finds the kill, and now it's all up to Minio. And I think he realized his position, so why on earth did he go towards the B-bomb side? That's a pretty good question when you think about it. Right now, Zevo is just gonna book it. He knows where Minio is stationed at, so it's pretty obvious. If you're Zevo, you head on over towards a different part of the map where you won't be anticipating the player to be there. That's some pretty smart stuff from him. 20 seconds remaining, and that's going to be an easy bump for him, and now Minio knows. You know that this will go down to the 1-on-1, and a man like Zevo, he's pretty good at those. Yep, Zevo hears the footsteps, he knows where the player will be coming from, and there's like 0 chance for Minio to be winning that round. He's got himself in a very poor position as the bomb is planted in the open area. He doesn't have the fuse kit to work with. And of course, he's up against Zevo. He is up against Zevo. 14-6 right now. Things are looking pretty dire here for the Chaos players. So, yeah, you decide to go for the Force Fight. It seems like it's not looking that great overall. One way to put it. I guess we could also say that this ends up looking quite poor here for the likes of Chaos. So some interesting exchanges here. RPK is definitely taking a sweet time to take down DGL and Connector. Here though, yeah, these are just frags that are being found all over the map. Towards Connector, towards Long, towards the monster area it seems like. And I'm not really sure if the likes of Pleasant or Freddy Frog will be able to stop Vitality here. Wait, where are they even stationed at? There's one of the players who is right in front of Zevo. Easy one tap. And the last man is in the restrooms, it seems like. He might just be rewarded with a kill as the bomb carrier NBK making his way towards Banana. And, well, they don't seem to be spotting him out just yet. So, of course, this will be a bomb plan for Vitality. And, oh, that's weird. Had no idea that that's where the skybox ends up ending here, the A-bombs. So that's some weird stuff. And of course, Zevo ends up getting the last kill with a one tap nonetheless. How else? How else do you end a round? Well, 15-6 right now. Likes of Chaos do decide to go for the Force Fight yet again, as we do get to see, as this possibly is the very last round here off this matchup here. Right now, Zevo making his way towards the restrooms. Of course he is. Finds the first kill on Relaxa. And overall, this seems to be like a very good looking round here for the likes of Vitality. Likes Chaos is going to be able to show us some great CS right now. It's Zevo just running and gunning with that AK-47 of his. But overall, I mean, this does look like a pretty poor round here for the likes of Chaos. This is pretty much the Zevo cam right now, isn't it? We're seeing the vision of the Predator. The way he's thinking, the way he's moving around. Do you guys like the Zevo cam? Looking around right there. Oh, that's interesting. RPK ends up finding the kill there on Pleasant. Overall, it looks like the bomb plant may not even be necessary this round, as the last two remaining Chaos players are stationed there toward the B side. Lonesome DJ is gonna get taken down, and Zevo ends it all with a team kill, so that it will be a very much a one-sided affair there from the get-go here, as Vitality end up getting the W here against the likes of Chaos. So that's pretty much about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The name's been Sir Dandy. If you enjoyed it, why not give me a follow on the Twitters? And yes, that's gonna be about it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you all next time.